Hi, my name is Idalis Williams, and this is my text set for Major Assignment 3. The focus is on comprehension strategies and multicultural literature. My essential question is, can multicultural literature aid in teaching comprehension strategies such as questioning, inferring, and connections in an early elementary classroom? There are 4 texts in my text set that include Tar Beach, Abuela, Jalapeno Bagels, and A Chair for My Mother. Tar Beach. Tar Beach is a magical story told by 8-year-old Cassie Louise Lightfoot. Set in 1939, Cassie dreams to be free to go wherever she wants for the rest of her life. Her dream comes true to fruition up upon Tar Beach, the rooftop of her family's Harlem apartment building. This text incorporates elements of fiction, fantasy, autobiography, as well as African American history and literature. Of course, this is a well-known classic by Faith Ringgold. Abuela. Abuela is a heartwarming story that demonstrates the special relationship and bond between a girl and her grandma. In this story, Rosabella imagines what it would be like to fly around New York with her abuela. Each place they visit inspires a memory from Abuela's culture. This text has elements of fiction, fantasy, and Spanish influences. Jalapeno Bagels. This is a very unique text that is within the text set. This text combines 2 cultures to tell a story that children of all cultures can relate to. The child of a Jewish baker and Mexican mother decides what to bring to school for International Day. This is a heartwarming story about being biracial and celebrating both cultures. Many children can identify with this story. A Chair for My Mother, another classic by Vera B. Williams. This story is about Rosa and her family. They lose all of their belongings in a house fire. The story captures the bond of a family surviving during hard times and staying positive. A community that comes together to help a family in need, and a daughter determined to save coins to buy a really comfortable chair for her family to enjoy. In this story, a single mother is finally able to relax after a long day's work. The book has elements of realistic fiction as well as Spanish cultural influences. The rationale for choosing the books in my text set. Each of the texts chosen are narrated by a child similar to the age of students that will be listening to the books during the read aloud. The two cultures that are explored have many of the same themes: Latino and African American cultural influences of family, the bond of generations, and being proud of who you are and where you come from. Each of the mentor texts provides opportunities for students to practice and develop comprehension strategies such as text connections, inference, and questioning. Children will expand their schema as they learn about these cultures. There are several goals of instruction. Students will be able to further develop comprehension reading strategies using multicultural mentor texts. Students will be able to make text-to-text, text-to-self, and text-to-world connections with the cultural elements and content of the text. Students will develop a deeper understanding of unfamiliar cultures. Students will learn the similarities and differences that exist among cultures. Students will use strategies such as questioning, inferring to understand the author's purpose and character traits. The grade level context for this is age appropriate and grade level appropriate for students within the 1st to 3rd grade. The text set is designed to be incorporated into a mini lesson format with read-alouds, so since it is not an independent read, you do not have to worry about text complexity as far as independent reading goes, because it will be done in a read-aloud format, and the books will be read more than one time within the week. That brings us to the timeline. The text set is essentially designed to be done over a 4-week period in a mini lesson format. So if you're going to be teaching this during like a reader's workshop, maybe focusing on it 3 days a week during week 1, each of the mini lessons would be about 20 minutes long. And students need to actually hear the book more than one time. In my classroom, I like to do a read aloud where I read to them maybe up on the carpet, show a digital version of a read aloud via the smart board, and then read aloud again as I'm pausing going through it. It's important for them to be exposed to it more than one time. If there's enough copies for the class, I also like to do maybe a partner read, pairing some high-low students if it is a higher level text, or do some small group reading. So again, it's designed to be done over 4 weeks in a mini lesson format with some type of celebration at the end to celebrate the diversity and different things that they learned about.